Hey y'all, it's Erin with Twirling Down Main Street. If you're new to the channel, welcome, go ahead and subscribe. And if you're not new, then welcome back. Today, I'm going to be talking about 5 things not to do while you're at Walt Disney World. So after doing number 1 on this list, Nick and I were like, you know what? We need to make a video about things not to do at Disney so people can learn from our mistakes or from things that we've seen other people do. And these things won't necessarily like ruin your Disney trip, but these are things that'll maybe help save you some time or money or just headache or exhaustion from being at Disney World. So let's get right to the list. Number 1 on our list is don't eat a heavy breakfast before a long park day. This one's especially true during the summer because if you have an all-you-can-eat buffet or family-style breakfast like at Whispering Canyon Cafe, and then you go into the hot sun all day, you're gonna be exhausted, you're not gonna feel great, and it's probably just gonna make your day a little miserable. We ate at Whispering Canyon Cafe one day, and then we're just like, oh my gosh, we need a nap right now. Like, there's no way we could do a park day after this. Now, in the winter, this might be a little different because it's not as hot, but this is especially true in the summer. Save your all-you-can-eat breakfast for a day when you're just going to be lounging by the pool or going shopping at Disney Springs, but not for a day that you plan on being out at the parks all day. Number 2 is don't throw away your water bottle. We sometimes forget to bring our reusable water bottles, which if you have a reusable water bottle, bring it because you can always ask for free cups of water at any of the quick service locations at Disney World, and they'll give it to you and you can refill your water bottle for free. Also, there are quite a few water fountains throughout the parks, and some of these are better than others for refilling your water bottle. Canada has the best water in Epcot. If you go right up the stairs and then turn left at the Canada Pavilion, this water fountain's amazing and the water arc's really high, it's really cold, it's the best for refilling your water bottle. But if you've forgotten to bring your refillable water bottle, you can always buy a Dasani water bottle, usually it's Dasani that Disney has, and then just refill it. Don't throw it away because it's usually about $5 for water, and you can always just refill that bottle. So if you do end up with a plastic water bottle, keep it and just keep refilling it throughout the day or throughout your whole trip. Number 3 on our list is don't pay for an expensive hotel if you're not going to be spending much time at the hotel. Before we moved here, if we were coming for a quick trip that we knew we were going to be spending a lot of time in the parks, we would book an all-star resort. They're the least expensive out of any of the Disney resorts, and the rooms are still fantastic. We never spend any time at the hotel anyway if we were coming for a park trip, so we would maybe just spend the time that we were sleeping in the room, so what's the point of paying for an expensive hotel room? Now, if you're coming for a more relaxing trip and know you're going to be spending a lot of time at the pool or just hanging around the hotel, definitely go for one of the moderate or deluxe hotels. But if you're going to go entirely to the parks, don't go to a deluxe or moderate hotel because there's no difference in the rooms basically. You're just paying for the upgrade of all the amenities at the hotel. So if you're in the parks the whole time, you're not going to notice a difference. Number 4 on our list is don't ignore the kiddie rides. Nick and I spent an entire afternoon at Magic Kingdom back in 2019 just riding all of the lower tier rides that we hadn't ridden before, and that's when we discovered how much we love Astro Orbiters. We'd never ridden it before because we kind of written it off as just a kid ride, and oh my gosh, it's so much fun. So definitely check out those kid rides. They usually have less of a wait and they can turn out to be really fun and maybe some of your favorite rides. Our 5th and final thing not to do at Disney World is don't book an advanced dining reservation, like a sit-down dining, during either Food and Wine Festival at Epcot or during an after hours or party event at Magic Kingdom. For Food and Wine Festival at Epcot, there's so many different food options and booths that you really want to experience all of those as opposed to sitting down at a restaurant that's always going to be there. If you find yourself at Epcot during this festival, definitely try the booths instead of a restaurant. We really enjoy just going and walking around and sampling all the different food, and it usually turns out to be cheaper than if we had sat down and had a sit-down lunch or sit-down dinner. We find ourselves just grazing throughout the whole afternoon, and we really don't have to split it into 2 separate sit-down meals. One of my favorite days that we spent at Epcot was just spending the whole afternoon walking around and trying all the different food at Food and Wine. So definitely, unless you have a restaurant that you just have to visit every time, don't book a sit-down restaurant during Food and Wine. Also, during the either after hours or parties that Magic Kingdom has, like the Boo Bash event that they're having this year and the Christmas event that the name has escaped me right now, don't book dining during that because you're paying to be there during those extra hours. you're basically kind of paying by the hour if you want to think about it like that in terms of getting your money's worth. So you don't want part of that time being sitting down at a restaurant that you can eat at any time. Do a quick service meal during that time so you can eat quickly and then get on to riding rides or seeing cavalcades and things you can't do during normal hours. You don't want to spend an hour of that precious time that you have paid for a hard ticketed event sitting eating at a restaurant that's going to be open all the time. If you do want to get a restaurant in, do it earlier in the day before the party starts when you're still using your regular ticket. There's so many different things that go on during the after parties that you don't want to spend that time in a restaurant. So those are our 5 things not to do at Disney World. Again, you can do all of these things and it won't ruin your trip, but as far as saving money or saving time or just headache, these are things you probably should keep in mind when you're planning your trip to Disney World. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Are there things you would add to this list? Or do you completely disagree with us about something on this list? Let us know. I'd love to hear y'all's opinions. Thank y'all so much for watching. Wear your sunscreen, stay hydrated, and we'll see you later.